Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's video is going to be a really nice one. I am going to be making a dessert for you from the Crockpot. I have never used my Crockpot to make a dessert before, so this is a first for me. I'm hoping it's a win because the recipe that I found looks really delicious. It's a chocolate lava cake, but you never know. Obviously, we're all here for the wins. Today's video is in collaboration with the Haggett Life. Valarie Haggett is a wonderful YouTuber. She does amazing stuff on her channel, and I am really happy that I can join her and a host of other YouTubers to share recipes using our Crockpot, dessert recipes. That's really what got me excited because I have never used my Crockpot for anything sweet. I've always done savory meals in it, so this is a first. I'm hoping that it's a win. Today's recipe is a chocolate lava cake. So let us go over and check all the ingredients that you'll need to create this, and I will meet you at the Crockpot where we'll put this thing together. So meet me in the next section. Thank you. All right. Okay. So for this recipe, I'm going to pull the recipe up and I'm going to share with you everything that we need. We are going to need 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, and it says here to divide 1/4 cup plus 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cup of milk, and you can use any milk of your choice. So you can use almond milk, cashew milk, whatever suits your fancy. 1/3 cup of vegetable or canola oil, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of semi-sweetened chocolate chip, 1.5 cups of boiling water. And at the end, once this is complete, you're going to need either some ice cream or whipping cream to top this dessert, and probably you can throw in like hot chocolate syrup or something that's just delicious. Okay, now let's get cracking. Meet me at the Crockpot, not the Crackpot. Meet me at the Crockpot where we will get this thing rolling. Okay, so here we are at the Crockpot. I'm going to line the Crockpot with a slow cooker liner here. Not exactly sure how pretty this is going to look, but it should taste really well. And sometimes for me, that's what's important, the taste versus sometimes the look of some things. So for this, I'm going with taste today, so hopefully it tastes really good. But let's go grab all our ingredients. So the instruction says to spray the base of the Crockpot or the liner and to set aside. So that's what I'm doing here. I also have a mixture of chocolate chips and dark chocolate chip over there. So we're going to set this aside for the moment. Okay, so here's our bowls. I'm going to use 1/2 of the flour. And add the 1/4 cup of the cocoa powder. Now 1/2 teaspoon of salt and whisk together. So once you mix this 1/2 of the flour and your 1/4 cup of the cocoa powder, you're going to add the 3/4 cup of milk, and then you're going to add your vanilla and your 1/3 cup of oil. So for my vanilla, instead of going with a full teaspoon of vanilla, I'm going to go with 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, right there, if it ever wants to focus. And then half teaspoon of the butter vanilla bakery emulsion. It just adds more of the flavor to this. And just gives it a really nice flavor. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go half of this. And I think for this I'm actually going to mix everything together. Do you see how thick the emulsion is? It's really, really thick. Hopefully I don't spill. Add that in there. Oops. That will give it a really nice flavor. Set this aside. Come in for the other half here. I'm gonna add this in here. Set that aside. And then add the oil. Set that aside. And then mix everything up. Whisk it. Now we're going to add the next half of that flour mixture. And then we're going to add our sugar. So once this is mixed up really nicely, we're going to add it to the slow cooker. I just want to mix that sugar in really good here. So this is the first mixture, and we're going to put this here into our slow cooker. Let's pour this into our slow cooker. Really interesting to me because I have never made dessert in a slow cooker, so it's the first for everything. Now the recipe did say it's going to take about an hour and a half to 2 hours, but when we get closer to the end of all the preparation, I will give you the exact timing on this. Right. Then they say to spread everything nicely in here, so I'm just going to spread everything nicely in here. Go. So the next thing that's needed is 1 cup of chocolate chip, and I'm going to go half of the thick cocoa chocolate and then half of the regular milk chocolate. And you're supposed to spread it on top, but because let's get the names right. This dark chocolate chip, this 60% cocoa is so thick, I'm going to spread them out by hand. Add in my own twist to this, and then add in another half of the milk chocolate, which are a little bit smaller and they're a lot softer. That might cause some issues with the bake time because the cocoa is a lot thicker. Might keep its shape during the baking process. Okay, so this looks pretty good. I'll show you what it looks like. Gonna get this boiling. So in the meantime, while the water is hotting, I'm going to bring the rest of the crock pot over here. So the next part of the recipe says to add the remainder of the sugar, like I said earlier, which was the ½ cup, and those 3 tablespoons of the cocoa powder. And now we're adding 1½ cup of hot, or should I say boiling water, and I'm going to pour this in and I'm going to mix this together nicely. Now they say stir until combined and then pour over. Seems like a lot. But once everything is mixed together and combined, it says to just pour it over. So we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so everything is combined and now I'm going to pour it over. I'm going to turn and I'll show you guys what it looks like as I pour it. Don't know if I should start on one side, but I'm going to follow this recipe. That's what it says. It looks like a lot. I don't know, but let's cover it. Turn it on, and that should be it. And I have it set for 4 hours, but I'll come back in 2 hours to check on it. And let's see how this turns out. Guess what, guys? I got my bowl, I got my caramel, I'm gonna grab my ice cream, and I'm going to dig into this lava cake. Now, before I show you guys the cake, I want to let you guys know that this is a collaboration with the Haggett Life. Valarie and I and a whole bunch of other YouTubers are doing some amazing desserts using the Crockpot, which I have never done, like I said earlier. So I'm really excited. I know it might be nerve-wracking for some of you if you've never used this other than for savory stuff, but yeah, it turned out really good. So let's take this off. I'm going to grab my spoon, scoop it out, and head to the refrigerator for some ice cream. Okay, for this, I am going to have some homemade vanilla ice cream, and let's get to digging in. Okay, here we go. It looks so yummy. It's just so rich, and it looks amazing. Really, really looks good. Definitely a lava cake. Okay, that's pretty good. That should be enough for any normal person. Let's grab a scoop of ice cream here. This might be too much. Whoops. What good is a dessert if you don't drizzle some topping, right? So here we go. I love caramel. I love caramel mixed with chocolate, especially when there's vanilla ice cream there. And what do you guys think? It looks really good, doesn't it? Look at that. Delicious. Yes, that's really good. That's really, really good. I never thought you can make dessert, or me, I never thought I could be the one making dessert with a crock pot. But it was so easy. You know, you whip everything together, you plop it in, and you go about your business, and then 2 hours later, you got a nice dessert waiting for you. And it's warm, and it's just delicious, amazing. Whipped cream would definitely be a good one to add on this as well. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And there you have it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, Valarie of the Haggett Life, for including me in this awesome challenge. I would love for you guys to visit everyone that has taken part in this challenge. A link to the playlist and her YouTube channel will be left in the description box. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on another upload. Bye-bye. Gotta wait for Brad to stop scraping his plate. There he goes again. He's yay! Okay, enough with all the excitement. I'm going to grab my crock pot after I share with you all. Well, come quick and get it. You want something out of here? No. Okay, perfect.